Meantime, the Trump administration reportedly demanding immigration agents ramp up daily arrest numbers in a push to keep the president's campaign promise of mass deportations. Back live to Kevin Cork in D.C. with the details on this. Kevin.
Trace, the Trump administration isn't standing pat despite major success along the southern border.
We'll flood the zone in the neighborhoods to find a bad guy. We'll flood the zone at work sites to find a bad guy. But we're going to do it.
Border Czar Tom Holman speaking there. Apparently the word from on high is for ICE to supercharge arrests, with Axios reporting tonight that the administration wants agents to arrest upwards of 3,000 criminal aliens a day. This as GOP lawmakers work to provide an extra $147 billion in aid that would help that effort in the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. Meantime, new tonight, an illegal alien from Mexico named Ramon Morales Reyes is in custody after sending a letter threatening to kill President Trump. Sent it to an ICE agent, apparently. Morales Reyes allegedly illegally entered the U.S. at least 9 times since 1998. He also has multiple felony convictions since then. Also tonight, 2 illegal Venezuelan migrants have been arrested after a jet ski hit-and-run accident in Texas on Sunday that killed 18-year-old kayaker Ava Moore. Police identifying the driver as Dikerlyn Gonzalez. She tried to flee after that accident. Her alleged driver, Michael Coelho, well, he was also arrested by cops down there. Now, Gonzalez is said to be facing felony manslaughter charges, but Texas's Governor Greg Abbott is calling for her to face the ultimate penalty, and that, Trace, would be the death penalty. Back to you.
It's an awful story. Kevin Cork live for us in D.C. Kevin, thank you. Let's bring in the Daily Wire investigative reporter Spencer Lindquist and the Community Roundtable director, Chicago resident Kata Truss. Thank you both for coming on. Kata, to you first. I want to kind of go back if I can. Kevin was talking about the illegal immigrant, 56-year-old Ramon Morales. He wrote a letter, and in that letter he wrote the following here, Kata, quoting, "We are tired of this president messing with us Mexicans. We have done more for this country than you white people. You have been deporting my family. I think it is time Donald J. Trump get what he is coming to him. I will self-deport myself back to Mexico, but not before I use my 30-yard 6, he says, he probably means 30-06, to shoot your precious president in his head. I will see him at one of his big rallies." He entered the U.S. illegally 9 different times, Kata. He's got a laundry list of a criminal record. I mean, it's kind of amazing that these people just keep getting in and keep doing whatever they want to do.
Well, you know, this is the problem with immigration right now, and the fact that no one is really dealing with the fact that we have a crisis, we have a problem, and we've had a problem for a while. And now that we have someone who is trying to at least make a change in the immigration status here in the city of Chicago and across this country, we have people standing up saying that we're messing with them. Let me tell you something, and I'm not talking about the validity or legal-mindedness of all of the immigrants that are here in this country, but let me tell you this, for people like that man and other people who want to come here and commit crimes, this is why Tom Holman is in place doing the job that he's doing. It is because of you. We're not saying that you are bad people, but what we are saying is that you did something illegal. Coming here illegally against the law is a crime. You committed a crime. There's a price for that. And in some cases, it means you have to go home. Oh, well.
Excuse me, 18-year-old Ava Moore, the Air Force recruit on a kayak in a Texas lake, hit by 2 illegal immigrants on jet skis. Here is what the Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, had to say.
These 2 people will be held accountable under, Texas law for killing this young woman that had such a bright future in front of her. She was on her way to the Air Force Academy and was ready to serve her country and had a promising future, and that was taken from her by 2 illegals who, by the way, did not stop and render aid. And anybody, whether illegal or not, would have been required to stop and render aid and help this young woman.
And that's the thing, Spencer. They didn't even stop. They didn't even stop to see what kind of damage. It was nothing. They just fled.
And Ava Moore's death is so tragic, not only because she was among the best and the brightest of the American people, but because her death was entirely preventable. Whether it's Jocelyn Nungaray or Kate Steinle, whether it's Laken Riley or Molly Tibbetts, the deaths of these Americans were completely and utterly preventable. They're preventable at the southern border and by any range of policies within the United States that would encourage illegal aliens to leave, that would make it impossible for them to stay here. When we see these types of crimes, when we see these types of deaths, the American people understand that they're so tragic precisely because they're the result of either incompetence from previous administrations or perhaps something even worse.
I want to play some sound on this, Kata. This is the protest we ran tonight. This is 20 seconds of the sound. This is what police and DHS agents were going through in New York tonight. Watch.
Or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional.
The protesters picking up fences, fighting with police, Kata. I mean, these sanctuary cities, these anti-ICE people are going to war with some of these sanctuary city policies.
Again, it's because of the sanctuary city mayors, the sanctuary city governors who are standing up, who are basically supporting these kinds of actions. Listen, let me tell you something. You know, I understand the need to be sympathetic to people who are struggling, who are going through changes. Let me tell you something. I grew up black in Chicago, so Lord knows I know what that feels like. But at the end of the day, it still does not give you a right to break the law. It just does not do that. And people need to be conscious of the fact that whether you came here for a good reason or not, if you came here illegally, you broke the law. Doesn't make you a bad person, but you broke the law.
That's exactly right. Very quickly, Spencer, you're going to interview Tennessee Representative Republican Andy Ogles tomorrow. He says the Nashville Mayor, Freddie O'Connell, is obstructing ICE and he wants something done about it. What do you plan to ask him?
Well, you know, we had an investigation into some of the individuals that are arrested in these ICE raids, and they included rapists, sex offenders, drug peddlers, and members of foreign terror organizations. So the question really to Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell is he has to decide whose side he's on. Is he on the side of the people of Nashville, of the American citizens, and people who actually have a right to be in this city and in this country, or is he on the side of drug runners, of criminal cartel members, of rapists, of sex offenders, and of this criminal underclass that's been imported into this country from the third world?
Very good. Spencer Lindquist, Kata Truss, thank you both.